Today, I'm going to show you how to create Instant Witches Brew from the movie Halloweentown. The things we'll need to create our Instant Witches Brew is 1 box of Jiffy corn muffin mix. So this is the box that I based the design off of. So you should be able to cover this box. I know this box is available in Canada and in some countries. I don't know that it's available everywhere else. However, you should be able to cut my design out and use some maybe double-sided tape or something, and you could actually make that its own box. It just won't be weighted. So you may want to put something in the inside, like a couple rocks or something, just so that way it has a little more stability and isn't going to just fall over. So fear not, if you don't have access to Jiffy corn muffin mix, you can definitely just make the template a box itself. But the Jiffy corn muffin mix is a great weight. It's about the right size, and I feel like it would be a good little prop, and it's very inexpensive. Not to mention that if you like corn muffins, I find this to be my favorite corn muffin mix. Then you will need to print my design for the Instant Witches Brew, and I have printed this on a laser printer, so I actually sent it to Office Max and had them print it for me since I don't have a laser jet here. But I feel like it gives a nice strong color, and I actually printed this on cardstock. And if you're going to be creating a box yourself out of these, I highly recommend you print it on a very heavy cardstock or at least a decent cardstock, so then that way you will be able to achieve a freestanding box. Then we're going to just use a straight edge, and I just have a regular wood ruler here. I'm going to use a bone folder to help score the edges for where we need to fold it. But if you don't have a bone folder, you could definitely score it with a pencil or something like that. You can use whatever type of adhesive you'd like, as long as you get the result you would like in the end. And the link for the template is in the description down below. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is take our design that's been printed on cardstock, and we are going to cut it out so that we can create our box. But before we get to that, I just wanted to briefly talk about the design of this. So I drew this off of the 2-second clip you can actually see in Halloweentown, where Grandma Aggie is opening the Instant Witches Brew. So I wanted to just try to recreate that box because I love that they have Instant Witches Brew, and I feel like it was a really funny nod in Halloweentown to how they're just normal like everyone else. And then the rest of the box I just kind of designed based off of other products and things like that, but I wanted to make it all tailored to the actual Instant Witches Brew. So just wanted to let you guys know that this is not an exact replica of what was in the film, but I think I was able to achieve a pretty close facsimile. So now I'm going to take my scissors and we're going to cut this out. And now that I have cut my design out, we can go ahead and start to fold it. The first thing we're going to do is take our template and we are going to start to score where we are going to fold this. So to do that, we are just going to take whatever flat edge you are going to use, and we're just going to line it up with the corners. And then I'm just going to take my bone folder and run it along there to help fold those edges up. And then we can fold it completely and use the bone folder to really crispen up those edges. So I'm going to go ahead and fold the rest of this, and when we come back, I'll show you how to apply it to the box. Now that both sides of my boxes are scored and folded, we are ready to attach it to the Jiffy corn muffin mix box. So I have my folded box here, and as you can tell, it fits perfectly over top of the Jiffy corn muffin mix. Now, if you were going to make this a box itself, all you'd want to do is put some double-sided tape or some kind of adhesive on all of these flaps, and then you would just start to stick them together. And it will create a box for you that you'd be able to display. Just know that this is going to be very lightweight, so again, I would potentially weigh it down or something just so that you'd get a little bit more rigidity with it and that it won't just flop over with the slightest of breeze. So we're going to take our Jiffy corn muffin box and our design, and I'm going to start to stick down all of the flap edges first. So all I'm going to do is take my Mod Podge, and I am just going to coat the flap I want to stick down. And if you're worried about your Mod Podge taking too much time to dry, you probably could tape some of these flaps down in the beginning. Just know that you would need to glue the end flaps that don't have the tab on it, so to make sure that they stay in place. And we're going to do the same thing with our second sheet. And anywhere where the flap would go behind it, we want to make sure that we get that behind that edge. So make sure that all of your glue stays tacky, so if you need to shove anything in there, you can. And once we get everything all glued together, there you have it, our Instant Witches Brew, just like the kind that Grandma Aggie used in Halloweentown. Just don't forget that sometimes Instant Witches Brew isn't as good as from scratch. This would be a really fun prop to have in a costume, or even just in your kitchen to add another fun element for Halloween. So if you guys like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.